Hi there, it's Kaya from kajcyika.crafts, and today I have a quite simple technique for you, and it's called Emboss Resist. Even though it sounds hard, it's really easy and fun to do, and I decided to incorporate it on my background. Let's start with the background itself. I will use these clouds and Versamark ink that is sticky ink, perfect for embossing. Then I will use the clear powder because I want to have a clear embossing. When you use clear embossing, the thing is that when you do emboss resist, the color of the paper will show up later on. You will understand what I mean in a second when I hit set everything. I will put a lot of clouds there, and once I'm happy with the positioning and with the amount of them, I will hit set them all at once. So as said, I will hit set it. You can see it because it's clear embossing powder, but once I do the ink blending on top, you will see how awesome this is. I am using the Distress Oxide in broken china, and look at this, how cool is this? This can be even better if you would be using solid stamps, but I decided to go with just the outline. After I'm happy with the amount of broken china Distress Oxide ink, I will just blend it out with a tumbled glass, and this is how many clouds I did. You can see that it goes beautifully on the background. Now I will put some drops of clear water on my background because for me just the ink blending is a bit boring, so I will go ahead and do these splatters of water. I will pick it up using the paper towel, and then I will add some white splotches with the white paint. I will water it down using this clear water, and then I will just use the acrylic block and put it on my background. It's super easy and super effective. So I will do this and it will look like snow. You can see that I left a bit of white on the bottom, but you will see later why I did it. I will now stamp out the images that I will use on my card, and I will use this bird and then winter wishes and worm. I stamped out the worm in broken china, and the other things are stamped with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So I can now start coloring, and I will be using alcohol markers. I don't mind combining Copics and Spectrum Noir markers because they are both meant to be blended together, and for me it just works fine. So I will be using this yellow color for the bird, and you saw me use the orange for its beak. I always put down the darkest color first and then blend it out with a medium shade and then later with the softest shade. As you can see, I then go back in and darken it even more until I'm happy with the contrast I get. Then I will use the greens for his hat, and I will only using two colors. So you can see here that I am combining Copics and Spectrum Noir markers, and as said, you can do this without any problem. I decided to go with green because I feel like it goes beautifully together with the yellow, and I will just, as said, put the darkest color down first, and then I will just blend it out using the lightest shade. So I usually color using 3 markers of the same color, or even just 2, depending on how much contrast I want. For the scarf I will be using grays, and I will then add some detail with this same green marker. I will follow the scarf itself, and this will give it a nice dimension, and it will go beautifully together with the hat that we colored in this color. Then I can go ahead and use the coordinating dies for the bird and for the warm sentiment, and for the winter wishes I will just use this banner shape. I decided that I want to have this scalloped edge, so I will just die cut it. I also die cut a piece of normal white cardstock, and this will be the ground for my bird, and I will use this edge die to die cut that. Then I can go ahead and start positioning my card. I will be using double-sided tape for this background piece, and then I will use the same tape for the ground for my bird. Even though this already looks like snow, I decided to make it even more interesting with some shading, so I will be using the gray marker and I will just add some lines here and there and I will blend it out with the lighter shade, and this gives it a nice effect of snow. I will then pop the bird up using the foam tape, and this will give it this nice dimension. The last thing that I need to do is the sentiment. I will pop this banner shape up using the same foam tape and I will put it in the middle in the top. So you will see me put it down here in the middle, and then I will just use the normal liquid glue to glue down the worm. You can see that I decided to go with the green worm sentiment and I just stamp it out the same way as I did earlier with the blue. So I used the distress oxide and then die cut it because I felt like I needed to connect it with the bird. Thank you so much for watching, that's it for today. I hope that you will try the emboss resist technique, it's super fun and super easy. And yeah, I will have all the supplies linked below in case you want to check them out. And that's it for today. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye!